eyes are resting on them, or just allow gravity to do its work. Open the knees apart. Placing your right hand on your belly and your left hand on your heart. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. So with this element of touch, feeling your belly rise as you breathe in, and the beating of your heart. Just noticing how the breath creates this movement, and also how the breath can slow down. So slowing the breath down, being more conscious of your breathing. Just awareness of your body breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. So just a reminder, you can use your blocks tight in against your hips just to support the open of the legs in Supta Baddha Konasana. Feet together, legs apart. So, yep, that's it. So taking these few moments just to breathe, connecting to your breath, but also to your body. Checking into how you feel. So with your right hand on your belly, you can feel the breath expand and contract. And with your left hand on your heart, you may notice the rhythm, the beating of your heart. You'll also notice your breath coming into your chest, flowing down to the ribs, and then into the belly. Checking into how you feel. Preparing the mind and the body for your practice of yoga. So in today's practice, there may be parts of the class which can be more challenging than other parts. So if your body doesn't feel up to it, that's okay. You don't have to force your body, you don't have to force yourself, but perhaps try. If you need to take the modifications, take the modifications. The most important element is listening to your own body. Not worrying about anything else, only your own body. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, release your arms by your sides and super slow, bring the knees together. Slowly placing the soles of your feet flat on your mat, hip distance apart. And then bring your right leg up to the ceiling, followed by your left.
start to circle your right ankle, making a big, juicy circle with your right foot. And then in the other direction. And then relax your right foot and circle the left. In one direction. And then in the opposite direction. And then release and shake both feet, shake the legs. Good. Now take both knees down into your chest. Place your hands on top of your knees, give them a gentle squeeze, lengthen the tailbone in the direction of the floor, rock your body from side to side. Come back to center. Keep a hold of that right knee and release your left knee to the floor. Release your left hand also, so you're just holding on to the right knee with your right hand. Now guiding that right knee just further out to the right, holding onto the shin or the front of the knee. And then take it back in towards your chest. Guide that right knee out to the right once again. Keep a hold of it out to the right and extend your left leg away. Flex your left foot so the left heel is pressed against the floor. Now from here we're going to bring the right foot up towards the ceiling. So you're keeping the right knee bent. Option one is to reach up with your right hand and take a hold of the instep of your right foot with your hand. Option two is the crease of your right elbow goes behind your knee, squeezing the right knee into the chest. So you've got either the foot or behind the knee. So either with the weight of the elbow or the weight of the hand, you're going to slowly with your breath, bring that right knee down closer, either towards your armpit or the floor. Just keep a hold of it there. Even if you have the elbow behind the knee, rather than lowering the right heel down towards the floor, try to bring the right heel up towards the ceiling. That's it. Now this is just very early on in the class, so we're not looking for full extension here. We're just trying to see if you can start to straighten the leg ever so slightly, and then bring it back to that bent formation. So you're extending the right leg away, and then bring it back. That's it, two more. So you want to bring it out to the right as opposed to going straight up to the ceiling. And one more time. Out. And bring it back. Now either release the foot or release behind the knee. Give your right knee a hug with both of your hands this time up towards your chest. So you've wakened up the right hip. And then release the right foot to the floor. Slide the left knee up towards the left shoulder. Take a hold of it with your left hand. Right arm is down by your side. And you're going to guide it out to the left. And then bring it back to center. Guide the left knee out to the left. So we're starting with the left heel towards the bum. We're holding on to the left shin. And then with the left knee out to the left, extend the right leg away. Right heel pressed into the mat. Just take the stretch to begin with. So you're holding on to the left shin. Left shin. That's it. The knee is squeezed up towards your armpit. Squeezed up towards your armpit. And then releasing the shin, you're going to release the left foot up in the direction of the ceiling. Now once again, option one. Reach up with your hand, holding on to the instep of your left foot, or place your left arm behind the knee. Bringing the left foot up to the ceiling rather than bringing the heel down towards the floor. Keep breathing. This is a big stretch for the hamstring and the glute. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, see if you can once again try to extend it a little, not all the way, out to the left, not to the ceiling, and then bending the knee deeply, bring it back in. So it's just with your breath in, straighten on the exhale, inhale, bend. Be conscious of your right hip coming away from the floor. One more time. And bend once again. This time we're going to take both hands up, Interlace your hands, placing the hands on top of the shin and squeeze the left knee in towards your chest. That right leg is straight, but it also can be bent. Good. Now we're going to take that right knee up to the chest. Once again, we're holding on to both of the knees, rock from side to side. Come to center, placing the hands behind the crease of the knee. Take the chin in and we're going to roll up 3 or 4 times, just waking up the spine, give them a little massage. All the way up to seated. Into Siddhasana position. Nice cross legs, sitting up nice and tall. Arms out by your sides. Turn the hands up. We're going to float the arms all the way up to the ceiling. Nice big stretch. Interlace your hands. Rotate the palms and extend. Hug the shoulders to your ears. Keep your hands where they are and release the shoulders away from the ears. One more time. Hug. And on the release, release the hands. Good. Now we're going to take the right hand across to the left thigh. We're going to take the left hand behind your head. And then nicely side stretch, so open up into the left rib cage. Now from here, from the side stretch, you're going to rotate ever so slightly that left shoulder back and the left elbow back. So the point of the left elbow is reaching to the back of the room, as then you may be able to rotate your gaze looking up towards your left. Breathe into the left ribs, into the left side waist. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, rather than straightening up, we're going to just start to bring that left elbow forward, placing the left hand on the opposite thigh. Bringing your torso back to center, take the chin into the chest, push the front of your heart to the back of your heart, rounding the spine as you would in cat. Inhale. And on the exhale, release the legs, come back to center. Float the arms up. Inhale. Interlace. Exhale. Inhale, hug the shoulders. Keep the hands on the exhale, release the shoulders. Inhale, hug the shoulders. And on the exhale, release. Other side, left hand goes across. Right hand behind the head. That's it, am I doing that right? Yeah. So the left hand this way, right hand behind. And then a nice side stretch. And then open the right elbow back as you rotate your gaze up towards the ceiling. Open up into the right ribs, that's it. Keep breathing into the ribs and into the waist, creating lots of space, lots of stretch. One more, inhale. And on the exhale, rather than straightening up, just start to rotate your gaze, looking at your right thigh, and then release. That's it. And then come back to center. So your hands are on opposite thighs, chin into the chest, press the front of the heart to the back of the heart. Good. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly release the thigh, sitting nice and tall. We're going to come forward into your hands and knees, into your tabletop position. So warming up the spine a little bit more, we're going to do our cat-cow, lifting the tailbone up along with the crown of your head, spreading your chest wide, dropping the front of your torso to the floor, and then on the exhale, round just as we done. Chin comes in, tailbone comes in to meet, front of the heart pushes up to the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Madhyasana. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes of both feet under. Hover the knees away from the floor and lift. Keep those knees bent as you bring the formation of downward dog. Bringing the front of your torso in the direction of your thighs. Keep your knees bent. And then start to straighten one leg at a time, just so that you can feel the stretch coming into the one side. And then before you move to the next, take a deep breath in and then exhale, move to the other side. working your heels in the direction of the floor for the leg that is straight. And then one more time, take a breath in. Come back to neutral, keep both knees bent and take your right foot and place it behind the left foot. So you're working as if the two pinky toes are coming beside one another. Then you're going to swivel both heels over to the left. Keep your shoulders in line with your wrist. You're not lifting that right shoulder away. Shoulders are square. And then try if you can to bring the right heel down to the floor, bringing more space into that right side. You're still keeping the formation of a downward dog, so the hips are your highest point. That's it. So keep the knees bent. And breathe into that right ribs, right armpit. One more, inhale. And on the exhale, release the right foot to your standard downward dog. Keep both knees bent. And now take the left foot behind the right foot. Working both little toes beside one another. They'll not go all the way, but just in that direction. Having both knees bent before then you pivot both heels over to the right. Hips are still high. Breathe into the left ribs. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, come back to your standard downward dog. And this time we're going to funk it up. We're going to rotate the toes away from one another and glue the heels together and bend both knees. Okay, so I like to call this my funky downward dog. So both toes are rotated away, heels are glued together, knees are bent, and then I want you to lift your gaze. And as you bring the torso forward, you're going to take the heels apart into your standard plank. And then we're going to go back to our funky downward dog. So glue the heels together, bend the knees, lift the sit bones high. 3 more times. Inhale. And on the exhale, come forward into your standard plank. Inhale. And on the exhale, funky downward dog. Bend your knees. Inhale, hold. Exhale, plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, funky downward dog. Good. Now, hold funky downward dog. Lift your gaze. And we're going to jump up forward. Both feet go to the outside edge of both of your hands. So little jump. Bending both knees. Lowering the sit bones into your malasana. Now, if you find it difficult to get the sit bones down low, you can lift the sit bones. Good. Pressing the hands together. So rather than having the heels lifted and being down here, it's better to have the heels lowered and lift the sit bones. That's it. Good. Now, if you find you can get the feet down, bring the elbows to the inside of the thighs and use the strength of the arms to open the legs a little bit deeper, wider apart. That's it. So even when you're here, you're using your elbows to keep the knees apart. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, release the left hand to the floor and open up the right arm to the right. That's it. Good. Inhale. And on the exhale, release the right hand to the mat and open up the left hand, rotating to the left. Good. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, release the left hand to the mat. Bring the hands back to prayer position. And then we're going to stand all the way up. Toe heel the feet in, hip distance apart. Inhale, reach all the way up to extend the mountain. And from here, interlace the hands, so keep the 2 forefingers pointed to the ceiling. Glue the heel of your hands together and then drop your chin forward. We're going to do a little pendulum side stretch. Over to the right. Back to center. Over to the left. Now if you can notice, if you're just sticking out one hip, rather try to keep the hips square. Back to center. Over to the right. Good. Back to center. Over to the left. Keep pointing your fingers up to the ceiling. Good. Back to center. Release the arms all the way down. Bring your hands to prayer. Close your eyes and set a little intention. An intention for your class. It can be for your day, your week. A little mantra. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, flow
with your eyelids open. Surya Namaskar A. We'll take the first round nice and modified. Inhale, reach up, exhale a mountain. Exhale, swan dive, creating lots of space on your dive. Bend your knees, place your hands on the floor in front of your feet. Inhale, half lift, hands can come to the shin, nice straight spine. Inhale, exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, 1, 2 into your plank. And then we'll drop our knees for the first round into a half plank, point your toes. Hug those elbows in and bring the points of your elbows to the back of your mat. Shoulders away from your ears, the inside of your arms rub against the sides of your torso. Good. All the way down onto your belly. Roll the shoulders back. Engage your pelvic action to the floor. Squeeze the tush and then lift the heart up. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, tuck the toes under, push the floor away, half plank. Lift the knees, plank. Lift the sit bones up, downward dog. Take your 5 breaths. Your first breath is all about placement. Hands, arms, ribs, belly, sit bones, toes aligned with heels. Remember your drishti, your focus point, the space between your knees. And this drishti not only helps with your focus, but it helps to calm the mind. Empty the mind of thought, because the mind still wants to dominate, still wants to keep control. Your breath will help silence the mind. One more, inhale. And on the exhale, bend your knees, lift your gaze, step up with your right, followed by your left, half lift, straight spine. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain. Exhale to your heart. You can keep it that modified version or add on the full version. Inhale, reach up. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale, swan dive. Creating space to get your hands to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step back, 1, 2, plank. Remember your elbows, remember your triceps, working super hard to lower with the points of the elbows to the back of the mat. Shoulders away from the ears. Upward dog or cobra. Heart forward, front of the feet. Presses into the mat. And then transition into your downward dog. When you're transitioning, remember your Uddiyana Bandha, your lock. So all the emphasis goes to the core. And that will help you move from one position to the next, along with your breath. Bend your knees, Shelley. That's it, good. Lifting the sit bones up to the ceiling without flaring your ribs. Keep with your breath, Ujjayi. One more, inhale. And on the exhale, bend your knees, lift your gaze, a little hop or step to the front of your mat. Half lift, the same inhale. Good. Exhale, fold. Inhale, fill your lungs, reach the ceiling. Look at your thumbs. Exhale to your heart. Good, round 2. Inhale, reach up, touch the ceiling. Exhale, swan dive. Good. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. Jump or step back into plank. Good, chaturanga. Don't collapse the pelvis, keep it one long line, good Stephen. Upward dog or cobra, front of the feet, presses into the mat to lift, good. And then transition, Uddiyana Bandha, think of your core. Good. Spreading the hands, think about the position of the hands, the fingers, the thumb. Good, James. Press strongly. Hug the forearms. Rotate your biceps away from your ears. Creating space in your upper back. Hug your ribs in. Protect your organs. Belly in, sit bones high. Working the torso in the direction of the thighs. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, bend your knees, lift your gaze. Now if you're jumping, just push off the balls of the feet to the front of your mat. Good, Louise. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Fill your lungs. Look up at your thumbs. Exhale to your heart. Last time. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, swan dive. Get to the floor. Good. Inhale, half lift. Straight spine. Heart comes forward. Good, James.
Exhale, fold, hands to the floor. Step or jump back into plank. Chaturanga, hug the elbows in one long line with the torso. Don't collapse the torso. And then upward dog or cobra, front of the feet. Push the floor away. And then transition into your downward dog. Okay. So when you're here, okay, and your transition, so rather than doing that, okay, try to yawn as much as you can, and then change. Okay? It's just a habit. 2 more breaths. One more. Inhale. On the exhale, bend, lift your gaze. Jump or step. Half lift. Exhale, fold. Really good, guys. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale to your heart. Inhale, extended mountain. Exhale, swan dive. Feet are hip distance apart. If they're not already, just heel toe the feet out. We're going to take your 2 peace fingers to the inside of your 2 big toes. So between your second toe and your big toe. Then you wrap your big toes around. Your peace fingers around your big toes. And your thumbs come over the top of your toes. So you're holding onto your toes and you're going to use this as your resistance. Knees can be bent and you're trying to bring your torso rest on your thighs. Now if your knees are straight, you're bringing your belly still to your thighs. You're pulling on your toes. With the inhale, you lift the heart away. You lift your gaze, and then on the exhale, you start to fold, pulling on your toes and drop your head. So your head is heavy, and the knees can be most definitely bent. The head is heavy, beautiful. So you're putting lots of space into the lower back, into that area that connects to the glutes and into the back of the legs. Now, if you can straighten your legs, you want to pull on your toes to try to bring the torso to your thighs and lift your sit bones up to the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, holding onto your toes, you lift the heart away from your thighs and then you release the toes. Place your hands onto the mat and then step back into your downward dog. Good. Take the weight over to the left foot and release the right leg to the ceiling. Lift your gaze, look up towards your hands at the front of your mat, and then bend your knee to take a big step up with your right foot, dropping your left knee down to the floor. So I'm using my knee pad because I bruised my knee yesterday. It's not a nice feeling. So keep the back toes tucked under, and we're going to take your hands behind your head. Now, if you're back here, that's okay. But we're working these hips down towards the floor. So this is a deep, low lunge position. Make sure your right knee is above your right ankle for this one. And we feel a stretch in this left thigh. Now, if you're back here, that's okay too. But keep the formation so that the right knee is above the right ankle. From here, I want you to sink into the middle part of your upper back rather than the top part of your back because it's going to be much looser. So this area here is the back of your heart. So I want you to see the back of your heart and bring the back of your heart forward as you lift your foot of your heart up towards the ceiling. So you're lifting, 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 and the elbows are going back, back, back. So your hands are pressing into the back of your head and your head is pushing into your hands. As you bring those elbows back, the back of the heart goes to the front of the heart. Big, big stretch for the hip flexors, the quad, and also a stretch up the spine. From here, we're going to keep that formation, but we're going to twist. So the right elbow is going to go back, and the left elbow is going to go forward. Now you may not go that far, you may not go all the way around, that's okay. That's it. So it's a little twist in your lunge. Try to stay low if you can with the hips, going down towards the floor. Beautiful. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, come back to center. Now from here, bring your hands to your waist. We're going to pivot the back foot round to your right. Pivot it round to the right. And then this right leg is going to rotate, the hip's going to rotate round the side, and the right leg is going to shoot out to the right. Okay. You may want to grab your block. Everybody's going to be different. So we're going to place the left hand either on the floor, underneath the left shoulder, or place it on the block, helping you bring the floor to you. This right arm is going to stretch up and over the head, so both shoulders are stacked. That's it. Good, so both of your hips are facing the side of the studio. And then push the floor away with your left hand, bringing the torso upright. Arms extended away from your shoulders, palms facing down, that's it. So that right foot is flat on your mat. The right hand is then going to side stretch over to the right thigh, and the left hand is going to reach up to the ceiling, and the palm is going to face down to the floor. That's it, Shirley. Good. Beautiful. Keep breathing, creating space. So we're working today all into the lateral sides. Keep breathing into the ribs. Now, from here, we're going to stay in that side stretch formation, and we're going to rotate, pivoting round over that right leg. So the right hip is going to come back, and the left hip is going to come forward, and that left foot, is going to go back to where it came. Now this is where you may need your blocks again. So sorry, I got my hand fast. So this is coming into Ardha Hanumanasana, half split. So everybody's different. You may want the blocks on the high side, lift the heart, and then fold over your right leg. Your right foot is flexed, the right knee can be bent, but we're working towards a straight leg, but it most definitely can be bent. Now, if you're quite flexible, you may not need the blocks. But what's important in this one is flexing the foot, flexing the foot. So you're getting the stretch into the back of the heel and also into the calf, the back of the knee, and into the hamstring. So can you place your hands on the blocks? And then this one too. And then flex his foot. So the toes to the same. Oh right, yes. Sorry. Good. So we hang out here because this is a big stretch for the hamstring. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, see if you can fold a little bit deeper over that leg. Now the knee can be bent. One more time. Inhale. Lifting the heart away. And on the exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, lift the heart away. Move your blocks away from your mat. And start to bend the knee and walk the hands forward. Back to your low lunge position. Now tuck the toes of the back foot under. Good. Make sure you're coming into your high lunge position, so make sure your right foot is underneath your right knee. Good. You're going to step up, and the left foot is going to go behind the right foot. Stepping up with the left foot behind the right. That's it. And forward fold. Forward fold. Good. Now knees can be bent if you can't reach the floor. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly all the way up to extended mountain with the legs crossed, so you're having to glue the thighs together, extended mountain. And as you slide your hands down to your heart, slide your right ankle up to your left knee, or above your thigh, knee to your thigh, and then lower it into your one-legged squat, or your figure four squat. Press the hands together. Open the right knee out to the right, so other knee. So the right, that's it. So you're working, pressing the ankle into the left thigh as you open the right knee out to the right, and you'll feel it into the right glute. Keep breathing. Now if you come out of it and it's too much for your balance, then just stay in squat position. Stay in squat position. Slowly from there, you're going to release that right ankle into Ardha Chandrasana. So I'm quickly getting around most people. So into Ardha Chandrasana, which we've worked on before, is rotating that right hip so that it stacks above the left hip. So taking your time, The right shoulder's rotating so it's stacking above your left shoulder. And you can place your hand on a block or the floor as you straighten that right top leg behind, flexing the foot and reaching your right hand up towards the ceiling. Good, James. Good, Louise. So, important, the rotation. So the hips are stacked, the shoulders are stacked, and the top leg is straight. And flex that foot. By keeping it active, you're holding your balance even more. One more breath. Inhale. So this is a slow flow. We're moving from Ardha Chandrasana into reverse warrior. So we're going to lower that right leg by bending the left knee, lowering the right foot onto a cloud, and then lifting the left hand up to the ceiling. Right hand to the back half, or in that direction. So that right knee is bent. The right knee is bent. We're in our warrior 2 position. Back leg is straight. Left knee is bent. And then from reverse warrior to Parsvakonasana, resting our left elbow to our thigh. This right arm is going to come up and over the head for your side angle stretch. Still keeping the formation of your warrior legs, keeping the right shoulder back and the right hip back, getting into the right ribs, rotating the right ribs back, left ribs forward. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale. So we're going to twist. Right hand comes to the floor. Lift the right heel away from the floor. We're taking our time. Now, for some of you, this runner lunge will be enough. We're going to add a big IT stretch for this right side. So heel toe the left foot out, creating a little space. We're going to come onto the outside edge of this right foot. So it twists down, and this left toe pivot to the left. Okay? And then you're lowering that right hip down to the floor, and this left arm is going to come up over the head. And then lift the hip away, everybody okay? And then lower the right hip down once again to the floor. And then lift the hip away last time, and then lower the hip down to the floor. Big, big release. And then lift away. Rotate back around to your high lunge position, and then step back into upline. Do your little vinyasa, chaturanga, upward dog, and then downward dog. Good, breathe. So this is a little reset. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to walk our hands back to our feet. Walk our hands back to our feet. Last time we wrapped our fingers around the 2 big toes. This time we're going to place our hands underneath our feet. So if you can't reach the floor, bend your knees, lift your right foot away, and place the palm of your right foot underneath your right, underneath your right foot, so that the toes come to the crease of your wrist. And then the same again on the other side. The toes come to the wrist. And then lift your heart. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Lifting the sit bones high. That's it. Stay there. Dropping the head. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, lift your heart. Keep the hands underneath. And then release the hands on the exhale. And then walk your hands back to your downward dog position. Take the weight over to the right foot and release the left leg to the ceiling. And then a big step up with your left, dropping your right knee to the mat. Slowly taking your hands behind your head, pressing the hands into the head and the head into the hands. Lift your heart by bringing the back of the heart forward and the forward heart up. Elbows back as you sink. Using your left big toe, press it into the mat. and the ball of your back foot. So that will even deepen that stretch into that right hip flexor. Good. So imagine your heart and you're trying to scoop it forward and up. That's it, elbows back, squeeze. If it's too much with the back bend, then just keep looking forward. Fixing your gaze, fixing your drishti. Working on the release of the hips. From here, we're going to start our twist. So the left elbow goes back and the right elbow goes forward. So you're twisting round to the trees. Good. There's also trees on the other side, Orla, but you know what I mean. Good. Now from here, we're coming back to center. And then we're doing our pivot with our legs. So this right leg comes round, you bring your hands to your waist to begin with, and then the left hip comes all the way around and extend that left leg. Again, you can use your block or without the block, dropping your right hand to the floor and taking this left hand up and over, stretching the left ribs, the left waist. Good. The left foot is flat on your mat, toes pointed to the side, to the right side. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, push the floor away with your right hand, coming up to a neutral position before we side stretch over. So the right hand goes to the ceiling, the left hand goes to the left leg. Opening from your armpit to your waist. If you can, try to keep that left leg straight. Don't put any pressure on your knee. So if you can't get to your calf, then just hold on to your thigh. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, you're staying in your side stretch as you rotate. So this is a little bit tricky, so take your time. Rotating and pivoting round into our Ardha Hanumanasana. So the right foot goes all the way around, pivoting. And we bring our two blocks, hands onto the blocks, or without the blocks, flexing the left toes to the ceiling, the hips are square, and the shoulders are square. So good to use props because it gets into the right formation. So the body is sending in your messages to the brain as to which position you're supposed to be holding. And then you can test yourself. You can fold a little bit deeper and maybe turn the blocks to the medium side or the flat side. Stay with your breath. So this is a big stretch, so we don't move fast. So now we're going to flow in this position. We're going to breathe in and take the torso away from the leg, lifting the heart up, lifting the gaze up with the breath in. And on the exhale, we're going to fold. Because the weight of the torso over the leg will emphasize the stretch. But if it's too much, then just stay lifted. Inhale, lift the heart away. And on the exhale, fold. In your time. Inhale, lift the heart away. And then from here, we're going to start to bend into the left knee, placing the left foot onto the mat. Move the blocks away. Tuck the toes of the back foot under and lift the knee away. So remember, this is runner lunge. So if you're back here, it's going to be much harder to step off of the back foot. So you need to bring that left ankle underneath the left knee. Okay? Because you're going to push up the back foot to bring that back foot behind the front foot, okay? So a big push off, taking the left foot behind the right foot, forward fold, lifting the sit bones up. Bend the knees if you can't reach the floor, or use your blocks, place your hands on the blocks. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, squeeze the legs together. You're going to release the arms all the way up into extended mountain. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then as you slide your hands down to your heart, you're going to slide the front foot up to the thigh, coming into your figure four squat. And then lower the sit bones down. Now we don't collapse the torso. We are at a tilt, but the heart is still lifted. So we're not rounding the spine. Good. So we're nice tilted coming forward, folding from the hips, good, and the sit bones is sticking back. That's it. Good, Suzanne. From here, we're going to move into our Ardha Chandrasana. So slowly, 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 taking the left leg, release it from your right, the left leg, release it from your right, and then opening up the hips. So you're rotating, hips are stacking, shoulders are stacking, as you extend the left leg behind, left arm to the ceiling. Extend that top leg, flex the foot, flex the foot. That's it, Shirley. Good, beautiful. Really good, guys. And then from there, and if you fall, just enjoy the ride, it's okay. And then think into your clouds at the back of your mat. You're going to bend the right knee deeply in order to lower the left foot onto the clouds. Now keep that left leg straight throughout. You're opening up that right arm to the ceiling, warrior two legs. This is reverse warrior. Stretching again from the armpit to the waist. Good, right leg, knee is bent. And then come into your Parsvakonasana. Elbow to the thigh. Don't collapse the shoulder. Top arm up and over the head. So be conscious of your right shoulder. Good. Keep it away from your ear. And if you can, rotate the gaze. Look up at your palm. Palm faces down. And breathe. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, we're going to pivot round to our runner's lunge before we move into that IT release. So into a runner's lunge by framing the right foot. Now we're going to come onto the outside edge of your left foot behind. So start to rotate. Outside edge, left hand underneath the left shoulder and pivot the right toes round to the right. Now try if you can to stay in this formation. If it's too much, stay in runner's lunge. We're going to lower the left hip to the floor. The right hand comes over the head and then lift the hips away from the floor and then lower. And then lift, lower, and then lift. Good. Now rotate back around to runner's lunge. A little vinyasa. Step back into your plank. Chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra. Downward dog. Good. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, lower the knees and take the knees out wide into child's pose. Into child's pose. Extend the arms all the way out in front. Good. Take a breath in and walk both arms over to your right. Both arms over to your right. From here, bend your left arm so the elbows press into the mat. And you're going to rotate the palm. So the palm is going to face down as you place the palm in the direction of your two shoulder blades. Okay, so if you're not sure what that means, look up. So imagine the floor is underneath my face. So I'm here, and you bend the elbow, place the palm onto your shoulder blades. So what we're doing here, or what we're trying to do, is stretch even more into the tricep, into the shoulder, into the side body. Good, James. So the other arm there, Barbara. That's it. Good. One more breath. Inhale. So second time. Just is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Way there. Okay. You feel it here more? Mm-hmm. Good. Release the left palm to the floor. Lift your gaze on the inhale. Walk your hands to center, all the way over to the left. And this time we're going to get into the formation. And once you are here, bend the right elbow. Press the right elbow into the mat as we place the palm onto the space between your two shoulder blades. Good. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly release. Walk the hands back to center. Lift your gaze. And then rock the body forward. Dropping your right elbow underneath your right shoulder, left elbow underneath your left. Extend the right leg out behind, followed by the left. Bring the feet together, glue the feet together. Now you're in forearm plank or half plank. So it's the same formation, shoulders in line with hips, in line with knees, in line with ankles. Good. The feet are glued together, glue together. And we're going to drop both heels over to the right. Drop both heels over to the right. And then you bring them back to center, glue together, and drop both feet over to the left. And bring it back to center. We're going to do that 6 more times. So 6 to the left, 5 to the right, left, 4, 3, 2, keep going, 1, center. Take the feet hip distance apart, start to walk the feet up, lifting the simple thigh to the ceiling, into your dolphin pose, and then lift the elbows away, downward dog. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, take the weight over to the left foot. Bring the right leg to the ceiling, and this time we're stepping up the right foot to the outside edge of the right hand. Dropping the left knee to your mat. Good. Untop the back toes. Now for some of you who may need your blocks, placing your hands on the blocks. From here, we're going to take the left hand away, place the left hand to the inside of your right knee. Opening out your right knee to the right, peeling the inside of your right foot away. Rotate so that your shoulders, right shoulder's coming back, your left shoulder's coming forward. Good. Holding it here. Now for some of you, this is enough. For others, you may want to summon your left heel towards your bum. Left heel towards your bum. And perhaps you can reach back with your right hand, grab a hold of the front of the foot. Not happening for me today. Nope, not happening. And then squeeze the left foot in. There we go, that's it, good. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, release the left foot to the mat. Start to toe heel the right foot back in, frame your right foot. We're going into the rock star or wild thing pose. So we're going to come into runner's lunge. Now, I want you to release this right heel towards your right glute and glue it there. Taking the left foot up a little bit, you're going to release the right foot to your glute and then pivot on the left foot all the way around so that right heel lands down to the floor. Now we're going to come down first so that everybody gets to the formation first. You should be on your left bum cheek and your right heel is up towards your body. The left leg is straight. Good, that's it. Now we're going to take the right hand behind like we've been doing from the start of the class and use, so the left hand is underneath your left shoulder and lift the pelvis up. Now if it's too much, then just use your normal extended arm. So push the floor away with your right foot, balancing onto the outside edge of your left foot. Good. Wild thing. And then slowly lower all the way back down. So I'm going to scoop up to the back of the class. Now, come onto both bum cheeks. Come onto both bum cheeks. So you're here, come onto both bum cheeks. Release your right hand to the inside of your right foot. So remember at the start of the class we did this lying down and we're going to take the foot up. Bend at the knee and you're working that right knee towards your right shoulder. But to begin with, the little drill, the left hand comes to the floor for support. You're going to push the foot into your hand. On the breath in, push it away. And on the exhale, push the knee back. That's it. Inhale, push the foot away. And on the exhale, push it back. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Now, you may be here, and this is enough. Keep working, sitting up straight. Or you're going to start to straighten out to the right. And then bend. 2 more. Straighten and bend. 1 more. Sitting up nice and tall and bend. Now lean over to your left hand, left bum cheek, and take that right foot behind, folding that right knee to the front of your foot. Coming back onto both bum cheeks, you're going to push the floor away and come into a low lunge position. I run out of space. So push the floor away with your hands, coming into your low lunge position. Take your hands behind and lift your heart. Good. 1 more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, take your hands to the floor, frame your left foot, and you're going to step back like we do in our tabletop position formation and take the left leg out behind into your spinal balance. Left leg out behind. Spinal balance, the right hand comes away. Now normally, we take the right elbow to the left knee, but this time we're going to take the left knee to the left elbow and shoot that right arm behind. For 3, for 2, for 1. Keep the left knee to the left elbow. Place the right hand to the floor. Tuck the toes of the back foot under and lift up into your one-legged dog. Lift up to one-legged dog. Lift your gaze, and with that right foot on the floor, bend your right knee so the heel will lift, and do a little hop up through your hands. Little hop up. Keep the left leg lifted into your standing split. Standing split. So, hips are square. We want to lift that left leg up high. As high as it can go. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, lower the left foot beside the right foot and sweep the arms up into Utkatasana, chair pose. Inhale. And on the exhale, sweep the arms back, stay in chair. Interlace the hands behind. And then half dive, forward fold, straighten the legs. Just a half fold. Hands are binded behind. Take the weight over to the left foot and release the right leg to the ceiling into warrior 3. Good. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly lower the right foot to the cloud and then sweep up into crescent. Inhale. And on the exhale, take the hands to the floor, runner's lunge. We're going to do a little pistol squat without even thinking about it. So this right leg is going to shoot forward and all the way down. That's it. Good. Bring both knees into boat pose. So boat pose, yes, is all about the core, but it's also about strengthening the hip flexors. So these little muscles that connect the top part of the body to the lower part of the body. So squeeze, bring those knees in. So we're keeping our legs bent for this one. And then cross your feet. Cross your feet. We're going to rotate round to the right. Bring our hands to the floor. Bring our heels to the floor. And then pivot round to downward dog. Good. Reset the breath. One more time. Inhale. And on the exhale, take the weight over to the right foot, left leg to the ceiling. And then step up to the outside edge of your left hand. Drop your right knee into your low lunge position. And then take your left hand to the inside of your left foot. Opening and peeling the left heel, inside foot away. Rotating round so you're stacking your shoulders. Left shoulder reaches back. Right shoulder underneath. And then if you're taking it deeper, summon the right heel towards the buttocks. Reach back. Hold on to the foot. And then bring the heel towards the bum. Stay with your breath. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, if you're holding the foot, slowly release. Release it to the floor. Then bring the toe heel back to your runner's lunge. Lift the back knee away from the floor. Now we're going to take the left heel towards our left glute and glue it there. And then from here, we're going to pivot round to our rock star. So releasing the left hand from the floor, the right bum cheek comes to the mat, or to the floor. Left foot is bent, our left knee is bent, that's it. Left knee is bent, right leg. So we're on our right bum cheek. We take our left hand behind, so if you look around, Susanna, left foot is flat on the mat, right leg is straight, that's it. Linda as well, so left foot is on the mat, right leg is straight. We're on our right bum cheek, left hand behind. We're going to push the floor away with our right hand, left foot, lifting the pelvis up high. That's it. One more breath. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. Coming onto both bum cheeks, we reach to the inside of the left foot, lifting back for a little. It's called half baby pose. I could have got up and walked. And then inhale, push the foot away. Exhale, bring the knee back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now from here, we're going to boys, try if we can to start to straighten out to the left. Flexing that right foot, keeping the right leg active, sitting up nice and tall, and then bending at the knee. Extend and bend. One more. Extend and bend. Now from here, lean onto the right bum cheek. Start to fold that left foot behind. Coming onto both bum cheeks. We're going to come back to this one. The hands come in front and you push off the floor into your low lunge position. Low lunge position. Take the hands behind, lift the heart. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, back to your runner's lunge. Untuck the back toes and slide that right foot back into your spinal balance. Left arm comes out in front, extend it away. You're going to take that right knee into the right elbow and the left arm swoops back. 2 more. Extend away, bring it into the elbow. Extend away, into the elbow. Keep it there at the elbow as you place the left hand down to the floor. Tuck the toes of the back foot under, and then lift up into your 3-legged downward dog. Lift your gaze with the breath in, and then a little hop up to the front of your mat, or back of your mat. And then stand, spit, right leg up, 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 up. Take a deep inhale, and on the exhale, slowly lower right foot to the mat, feet together, swoop up into your chair pose. Inhale. On the exhale, stay in chair and sweep the arms back, interlace the hands. Inhale, squeeze the arms, extend the arms, lift the heart, and on the exhale, half fold, just a half lift. Take the weight over to the left leg, or right foot, sorry, this time. Left leg goes behind into your warrior 3. We're going to step back into crescent. So bend out right knee deeply, lower the left toes to the mat, sweep up into crescent. Inhale, and on the exhale, hands to the mat. We're going to do our little pistol sit down. So swoop it through, left leg through. That's it. Into our boat pose. Into our boat pose. That's it. Bend the knees and cross the feet. Bring the knees close to the chest as they can go. Keep the heart lifted. Rotate round to your right. Hands come to the floor. Feet come to the floor. And a little sweep round into your downward dog. Take a deep breath in, and on exhale, lower the knees to the mat. Cross your feet, and then bring your legs through. Scoop your bum forward, and we're going to lower our backs and come into bridge points. So lower, lower, lower. Slide your heels up towards your sit bones. Relax your arms, relax your shoulders, and curl the tailbone up. Flatten your back against the mat. Peel the pelvis, then the lower back, and maybe into the middle back. And now after strengthening our hip flexors, we're stretching our hip flexors and bridge. So lift, 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 lift into bridge, step through banda, that's it. Tailbone up, pelvis up. Feel the stretch from your knees all the way down to your abdomen. Good. One more breath, inhale. And on the exhale, from the middle of your back, slowly lower. Middle, lower. Sit bones, tailbone. We're going to bring both knees to both of our armpits. So up in the direction of our armpits. Full happy baby pose. So bring the feet up to the ceiling and either hold on to the backs of the knees or reach up to the outside edge of the feet this time. So the weight of the hands on the feet or the weight of your hands behind your knees, you're bringing your thighs closer to your belly, into your the sides of your torso. And then from here we rock from side to side. Happy baby. Close your eyes. Come back to center. Maybe this is enough just working the knees in the direction of your armpits, tailbone in the direction of the floor, or if you want a wee bit more, we're going to extend the right leg out to the right and then bring it back in. Left leg out to the left, bring it back in. Maybe try that again, or taking both legs apart and bring them back in one more time. Both are single or none, and bring it back in. And then release your heels towards your bum. Interlace your hands, give your knees a gentle squeeze, rock from side to side. Come back to center. Place your hands behind your knees and roll up through your spine just like you did at the start of the class, 3 or 4 times. And grab your jumpers. Well done. So finding your way back into Shavasana for your relaxation. Rotated. Feet, toes rotated away from one another. And you are more than welcome to grab a chair or a bolster if you want to rest your legs on a chair or a bolster. Letting go of Ujjayi breath, just come to your natural breath. Taking a moment just to tune into how you feel versus the start of the class. You may feel a little bit warmer, and the heart might still be beating quite fast in your chest. So know that you're going to slow down your heartbeat, slow down your breath. Sensations within your body. Take your awareness to the crown of your head. Relax the crown of your head, the back of your head, sides of your head, forehead. Relax your eyebrow center, eyelids and eyes, nose, nostrils, cheeks, ears, upper lip, lower lip. Unclench your teeth and remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw, your chin, throat and neck. Relax your collarbones and your chest, heart, front ribs, side ribs, back ribs. Relax your abdomen, your belly button, your hips, pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, tops of your feet. 2 big toes, second toes, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. The outside edge of your feet, soles of your feet, heels, Achilles, calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax your shoulders, armpits, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the heel of your hands, thumbs, forefingers, middle fingers, ring finger, little finger, the backs of your hands and the palms of your hands. Whole body still, replenishing and renewing, soaking in the goodness of your breath and the benefits of letting go, releasing. What are you waiting for when the world is waiting for you? Are you waiting for more money in your bank account? For every box to be checked on your to-do list? For everything to finally be in order? While the desert is whispering your name, the volcanoes are dormant for your feet to hike them. The vibrant colors of jungle birds beckon for you to see them with your own eyes. Will your best memories be from the off
bank, buying stamps. Or the motorcycle ride across Vietnamese mountains, the violin of the busker in Barcelona that made you stop, pause, and contemplate what it means to be beautiful. Watching the sunrise over Lake Michigan, the warm sun, steaming sweat of your drenched t-shirt from hours of dancing with abandon. Or going off trail in Yosemite and saving 5 raisins for the next day just in case you didn't find your way back. This life exists as liminality. Your life begins when the forest of comfort ends and the unknown fields of possibility beckon you forward. Alone, you are whole, but with courage, you become complete. Befriend the unknown. Get to know something larger than yourself. Jump off the plank, prisoner. Wake up from your sleepwalking. There is nothing to wait for when the world is waiting for you. Taking your awareness to your breath. Awareness to your heartbeat. Awareness to the parts of your body connected to the floor, to your mat, and the space that you take up. On your mat and within the studio and your surroundings. Take your awareness to the external signs. Tune in to the far off signs. And take your awareness to your body and to your hands and to your feet. And slowly waking up. Wiggle your fingers. Wiggle your toes. And relax your hands and relax your feet. And bring your awareness to your belly. And draw your navel in a little as you slide your feet one at a time up towards your sit bones, knees to the ceiling. Taking your time, allow your spine to adjust. And when you're ready, take your knees all the way up to your chest, holding on to the tops and giving your knees a squeeze in towards your chest. Lengthen your spine and rock your body from side to side. Coming back to center. Reach your right arm up and over your head, roll over onto your right side. Placing your left hand on the floor, just in front of your heart. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, push the floor away with your left hand, coming up into an easy cross-legged Sukhasana with your eyes closed, sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands together, rock to your feet. And place your hands over your eyes. Now open your eyes, squeeze them shut open, squeeze them shut open. Look up, look down, to the right, to the left. Rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise. And then close them again as you bring your hands together right in front of your heart. And repeat your Sankalpa, your positive affirmation. Take a deep breath in and lift your heart. And as you exhale, keep your heart lifted but bow your chin into your chest. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes and let your eyelids open.